What does freedom mean to you? What is your personal definition of freedom? I want to invite you to come along on a journey with me that I am calling the Freedom Challenge, where we will work together to redefine what freedom means for you in one major area of your life. And over the course of the coming weeks, we will work together on manifesting that version of freedom into your life. Hello, everyone. I'm Tammara-Nicole Gardner. I'm the author and creator of the 12 Guiding Stars system. And in today's video, I'm giving you a challenge. I'm challenging you to redefine freedom in one major area of your life. So I will be participating in the Say Yes to Yourself Summit put on by Wendy Harrop of the Say Yes to Yourself podcast, taking place on August 5th and 6th. And the theme of this summit is freedom. And this has got me really thinking about, what does freedom actually mean to me in specific areas of my life? So I am a little bit of an amateur astrologer, and I pay attention to what's going on in the sky. My system, the 12 Guiding Star system, is based on the 12 houses of astrology. So if you are also familiar with astrology, then you know that Mercury has been retrograding through the sign of Leo. If you're not that familiar with that concept, what that means is that the planet that governs things like communication, technology, and travel appears to be moving backwards through the sky, through the constellations. And depending on your personal birth chart, there will be one area of your life that is particularly highlighted during this season where you're trying to work something out. You're kind of retrograding back over something you have done in your life. You're reflecting upon it, you're reviewing it, you're refining it, you're resolving it, tying up some loose ends in one area of your life. You may not be that familiar with astrology, but perhaps you are feeling the impact in a specific area of your life right now. Wherever that is, wherever your attention is going in your life, I want you to pick that area of your life, whether that is career plus finances, as it is for me, love and relationships. It can be your home and family. It can be playtime. Where are you finding pleasure? It can be your spirituality. Pick one major area of your life and take some time this week to journal out on this prompt. What does ultimate freedom look like for me in this area of my life? What I encourage people who follow my channel and come along on the ride with me with my book and my work and my teachings is to move away from reactionary manifesting and become an intentional co-creator of their lives. So oftentimes people get interested in manifestation because they're looking to fix a specific problem in their life. Like, the roof is leaking and I need $5,000 to fix it. How can I quickly manifest $5,000? And then they get stuck in a loop of looking around their life for what they can fix instead of stepping back from that and thinking about, what is the ultimate holistic overall lifestyle that I am really trying to achieve during my time here on Earth? Instead of fixating on small, discrete problems and being reactionary to them, how can I be proactive in creating this lifestyle for myself that averts crisis from occurring or gives me the tools and the resources to get through that crisis more efficiently and more effectively in my life? So, as a part of that, I encourage people to take pause and really get down deep into what your soul actually desires in each major category of your life. And I think this is really consistent with this challenge of thinking about freedom. In fact, that is one of the questions that I put to you in my program and in my book is, what does ultimate freedom look like in this area of my life? Because that will help you zero in on what is coming from within you and not necessarily being externally focused. The problem is that we are so heavily conditioned by external factors that we oftentimes don't even realize how trapped we actually are. We are so comfortable with being in situations and circumstances that are not supporting us, that are not helping us fulfill our greatest potential, that are not serving our highest and best good in our life. And that just becomes normal. And we're not really ever challenged to take a hard look at that until something like this comes along and we're like, wait a minute. Is my life really where I want it to be? Am I really free in this area of my life, or am I just following the script that somebody else wrote and handed to me? You know, for me, Mercury retrograde is lighting up the career and financial houses of my personal natal birth chart. And that is causing me to completely rethink how I make money through career. And I left my day job as an attorney a few months back and have been working on building my personal development brand. But I'm also now considering, the retrograde is inviting me to consider even weirder ways to attract money into my life that is not through a paycheck. And that is as we come up on the cazimi of the retrograde, which is going to be the midpoint when Mercury will pass in close proximity to the sun, degree-wise, not actually physically close, but degree-wise, astrologically, it'll be past what it appears to pass through the heart of the sun or the center of the sun. That is when we're going to get some major epiphanies and revelations in whatever area of your life that you're particularly working on through this retrograde season. And it's hitting me these last couple of days. I am really starting to realize that the way that I want to set up freedom and define freedom for myself in career and finances is not through a traditional path at all. It's going to look more like investments and passive income and stepping further and further away from having a traditional career path and trajectory. So that is the kind of spicy, saucy, interesting stuff that I want you to get into is, am I just following the cookie cutter pattern that's been laid out for me by society, by culture, by my parents, by religion, whatever? Or am I really looking within myself and considering that I can do something outside of the lines? And is that more authentic and more aligned with what my soul really craves in this world? That is the challenge for this week. I will be in Mexico with my husband next week. Early next week, I'm flying down to Mexico to meet him. We have a second home there, so he's been there for a week, and then I'm going to fly down to meet him. So there will be no video next week because I'll be on vacation with my husband. But while I am away, I encourage you to really take the time to consider, just pick one area of your life and really play with this idea of what does freedom really look like, and be okay with it being weird. Be okay with it feeling bold and daring and maybe even impossible, or you can't really see how that's going to work out. That's okay. And just write it out in your journal and hold on to it. What I would like to do with you is walk you through a manifestation process real time to actualize that version of freedom in your life in that specific area. So I'm going to create a series of videos on this topic, the Freedom Challenge. I'll create a playlist called the Freedom Challenge so you can come back and work through the challenge with me. I have something that I have selected to work on, and we're going to work on it together. I thought it would be super cool for us to go on a journey as a group and see what everybody else is manifesting, encourage each other. And I thought it would be really useful and informative for you to see what my actual process is when I'm trying to manifest something. And I do want you to choose something that feels a little spicy. If you're choosing something that feels comfortable and safe, you're kind of missing the brief here. I want you to pick something that feels not so far removed from the realm of possibility, but not super comfortable. Something in the middle, something that makes you feel a little zingy, a little excited, a little like, ooh, that feels a little bold, that feels maybe a little crazy, but not completely outside the realm of possibility for you. And that's what we're going to work on during this Freedom Challenge, is manifesting your definition of freedom, the definition that you come up with in this area of your life. So if you choose career like I'm working on, you could choose something like, I want to find an unconventional way of making money that allows me to leave my day job. Like, I don't want to work for a paycheck anymore. I don't want to work for a boss anymore. And that may be all that you know, and that's fine. Write that down. Or if you're working on love and relationships, you can journal on the prompt of what it looks like to be free within relationship. That's a really interesting one, right? Whatever it is, just work on that until I get back from Mexico, and then I'm going to start walking you through a step-by-step process to manifest whatever it is that you have selected into your life. So I hope that you will come along on this journey with me. I hope that you will join me and Wendy Harrop and 7 other amazing women on August 5 and 6 for the Say Yes to Yourself Summit. All of the details on how you can register for that are included in the description bar below. Thank you so much for your time today. Until next time we meet, keep shooting for the stars.